What's going on, everyone? It's Erik from Full Night MMA, and today I'm joined once again by UFC welterweight Stephen Thompson. Stephen, how are you?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. Glad to be on with you. Glad to be on with you. Everything's going good here in South Carolina. It's a beautiful day. Make it even better by chatting with you, brother.
Well, I always love hearing that. So, last time we talked, it's been a couple months now. You had just come off a big win against Vicente Luque at UFC 244. I guess just obviously so much has changed since that fight, not only inside MMA but outside as well. Just generally, how has your life been since then? How have you been keeping up?
It's been very, very busy, to be honest with you. I mean, with when the whole Corona COVID thing hit, we had to make some innovative decisions. We had to close down the school, do some online classes, things like that. But slowly, everything starts to get back to normal. And as of right now, man, I mean, we're full bore. I mean, we are full house. Everybody coming in. It's wild and crazy. Along with that, we got the e-learning that we're doing at our gym. So, some kids are only allowed to go to school once a week, and the other days they actually come into our school and we help them with their e-learning while their parents and stuff are at work. But it's keeping us busy, man, for sure.
Well, that's awesome to hear. I'm sure the parents in your community really appreciate that. A little bit of an update on your shoulder collarbone. I know that a couple weeks ago when you were helping Chris Weidman train for his fight, you mentioned that he sort of took you down pretty hard, might have tweaked something there. Is everything all good? Did you nothing broken?
Nothing's broken. Dislocated my collarbone. So it was every time I would get taken down or throw a punch, my collarbone would slide across my breastplate right around here. So, but it's healing up. Yeah, everything's feeling good. Back to doing some mitt work, some bag work, a little bit of some strength and conditioning, things like that. Just getting back in shape because this summer is, it was very difficult for me to get. I usually train twice a day, and I've only been training once a day. But trying to get back in the swing of my normal schedule. But as of now, everything's great.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that nothing's broken. Last time we talked, we talked about some potential matchups for you, maybe where you'd like to go next. Are you still sort of actively looking for a fight right now? Do you think the UFC is sort of matching you up? Are you waiting to, get some offers back? What's the update with that?
So, definitely keeping my fingers crossed. Not really sure what's going on. I think the top five guys at this moment are tied up with fights. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens with that. I know Colby Covington and Tyron Woodley got a fight coming up. I know Burns and Usman are scheduled to fight. Maybe Masvidal and Diaz too. So I was hoping to get the Masvidal fight, but he's looking to fight Diaz again. So just keeping my fingers crossed and staying in shape just in case something happens. I'm able to jump in last minute if need be. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not really sure what exactly the plan is at this point.
And I wanted to ask you a little bit about that too. We just heard that the UFC was looking back at making this Masvidal Diaz too. The first fight, I know that it was stopped sort of controversially, but it wasn't super competitive, at least for those 3 rounds that it went. So what do you think about them rebooking that fight? Do you think that that's the direction they should be going? Do you get why they're doing that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's Masvidal wanting to do that, the UFC wanting to do that, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was definitely one-sided the whole way. Masvidal went out there and just dominated. So I don't know what kind of changes Diaz is going to make to even put up a fight with Masvidal. So I don't know. I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe for just a hype. To maybe think the money sales are going to be great, but I don't. From what I hear, there's not a whole lot of people that are interested in seeing that fight again. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what the UFC was thinking when they booked that again. But either way, both guys are game, all game to go out there and throw down. And I think it's going to go the same way it did last time, probably even sooner.
Yeah, that certainly could be the case. Another fight you just brought up now, Tyron Woodley versus Colby Covington. Tyron, obviously somebody you went 10 whole rounds with, 2 super close fights. How do you think they match up against each other? This is a matchup that we've been sort of teased for years now, and now it's finally coming to fruition.
You know what? I think it's going to be I think it's going to be rough for Tyron. But Tyron definitely has the explosive ability to put Colby Covington away. I think he's got stronger punching power than Usman does. It's just what his cardio is going to be like. We've seen in the past him start slowing down as the rounds go on, and especially his last fight when he fought Usman, who's also a very strong wrestler. He got taken down several times in that fight and kind of dominated on the ground. But Tyron's a smart fighter, and definitely going to make some changes. So I think it's going to be a good fight for sure. Both have wrestling backgrounds. I think Tyron's a little more apt to try and keep the fight standing than Colby Covington. And what makes this fight exciting is they have beef. I want to see the beef get settled. You know what I mean? But a very exciting fight. I can't wait for that one.
I know. I'm really looking forward to that one too. And moving back to the stuff that you've been up to, your YouTube channel has been blowing up. I mean, you've been putting out content so consistently, so regularly, and everything's doing really well. I've been really enjoying those videos. How's that been going? Is this something that you sort of planned? Did you ever think it would get like this? And I guess where do you think this could go?
Yeah, to be honest with me, I didn't. We did it for the fun of it. I had a lot of people asking us to show some of my styles and my techniques, and finally, we bit the bullet. We were just like, you know what, Sweet Tea, my brother's Sweet Tea, and he's like, let's do this. So we just decided to do it. In less than a year, we had over 100,000 subscribers, and it was blowing up. Like you said, we're getting sponsors left and right, and I think it's great. I think it's a blessing for me and for my brother Tony. But most importantly, the fans are seeming to love it. We just did a taser video not too long ago, which is pretty exciting, a lot of fun. So the YouTube channel, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Adventures with Wonderboy and Sweet Tea, it's a lot of fun, really cool. And for the martial artists out there, I recommend checking it out. Got some really cool stuff on there that I do a lot differently than most. So definitely check that out. We just loaded up. Actually, next week I did a pre-workout, I think it was a stretch routine. And they've been begging me forever to do a post-stretch cool down. So we're getting ready to post that up. A lot of fun.
Well, that's awesome. I know. I can't wait to see that. We'll link that in the description below and maybe on screen too. Also, you've been doing a lot of Twitch streaming. This is something that you've been doing for a little bit. I got to ask, have you played UFC 4 yet? What do you think?
I have. I'm terrible at that game. I'm terrible. But it's a lot of fun. And finally, they got my head right in the video game. In UFC 3, I had the biggest head of everybody. I look like Jake Ellenberger. I don't even look like myself. I look like Jake Ellenberger. But they fixed it this time, so I'm happy. So here in the last probably few weeks, I've gotten a lot of DMs of people using me in the video game. They seem to love it. So it's a lot of fun. I think it's fun. I'm not good at it. And to be honest with you, my streaming, I've been streaming for the UFC actually a lot as well. That's a lot of fun. But I have my own channel, twitch.tv/WonderboyFaith, but I haven't been able to get on this summer because it's been keeping us busy with the whole COVID and e-learning with kids not going to school. So trying to get back into that. But as of right now, man, just focus on the body, trying to get it healed up, and hopefully we'll get a fight soon.
Well, yeah, I certainly hope to see you back in there pretty soon. Wrapping everything up real quick, just the next pay-per-view that we have coming up, UFC 253, Costa versus Adesanya. I just need to get your take here. Who do you think takes this fight? This is going to be unbelievable, I hope.
Yeah. That's definitely going to be a scrapper for sure. And these guys don't like each other, would make it that much sweeter. But I've got Izzy. And the reason, Apollo Costa's got a physique. He can throw down. He's tireless. But his style plays well into Izzy's. Izzy's a counter striker. And Paulo Costa's going to come forward. He's going to swing and miss. And I feel like Izzy has the opportunity to take advantage of that. I think the fight's going to stay standing because both fighters have really good takedown defense. As you saw, both of these guys fight, Yo Romero. So I got Izzy, man. I think it's a counter striker's dream to fight this guy, and I think he's got it.
Well, there you go. Those are the official Wonderboy predictions. Those are all the questions I have today. I guess if you have anything else you want to shout out, plug, the floor is yours.
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me on, my friend. Always love doing it. Keep your fingers crossed, everybody. I'll be back at it soon. You'll see Wonderboy back in the octagon very soon, hopefully. Keeping my fingers crossed. But yeah, everything's great, man, and I appreciate you having me on.
Hey guys, it's Erik from Full Mount MMA. Check out some of our other videos, and if you like that content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss an update.